There are many, of course, beautiful monuments here, and those monuments can talk and see what they can find. It's just a very peaceful place. It's a city of silence. Who's buried in this cemetery that was First Lady of a foreign country and never went there? Eliza Allen. And she was the first wife of Sam Houston, who was governor of Tennessee. Her father more or less made the match. He was prominent in social life, you might say, as well as politics. And he was much older than Eliza and came to her father's home out here where the steam plant is today. And she met and married him. Very unhappy situation. They were together just a few weeks, and he was so mean to her that she left and came home. So her brothers were afraid something might happen, and that Houston might say the wrong thing. And of course, he had to sneak out of Nashville under the cloak of darkness and dressed as a woman and got on a steamboat, and her brothers met him at the wharf at Clarksville and made him swear he would never say anything against her, which he never did. So then he went on to Arkansas and lived with an Indian wife, and then on to Texas, and the rest is history. They were married for 8 years before he secured the divorce. She never did ask for a divorce. He secured the divorce. And he was President of the Republic of Texas when that happened. And as soon as that happened, he remarried and she remarried. She married Dr. Elmore Douglas, who's buried in the oldest portion of this cemetery with his first wife, whose name was Eliza. And she had a number of children by him. But when she died, she thought she destroyed every picture of herself, but she didn't. I have one. And she didn't want the grave marked, and Miss Elizabeth Allen, her niece, the great niece, who died here a few years ago, had this marker put up in the 1940s because so many people came here looking for her grave. And so this is probably the most visited grave from out-of-town persons in the cemetery.